Welcome everyone. Today I'll be discussing an important topic that has been making headlines recently, and my presentation is about the LockBit ransomware attack on the Toronto's Hospital for Sick Kids, its significance and strategies for mitigation and recovery. In this presentation, I'll be providing an overview of recent cyber attack on Toronto's Hospital by Sick Kids by the LockBit ransomware and its significance and strategies that can be employed to mitigate the effects of such attacks and recover from it. So, ransomware cyber threat society is facing today. Growing cyber threat that have been severe consequences for victims, individuals, and businesses, as well as natural threats, including the loss of sensitive data and financial damages. So, generally speaking, there has been a report that states that there is a noticeable increase in cyber threats during the COVID-19 pandemic time. So it includes cyber threats like ransom attacks, and it also takes in the country's frontline healthcare and medical research facilities. It says that from March 2020, over 400 healthcare organizations in Canada and US have been experiencing ransomware attacks. LockBit is a prominent ransomware group for such attacks. It is known for its advanced techniques and high ransom demands. It uses a ransomware as a service model. The method of operation of such group is LockBit is typically spread using phishing emails, and it usually infects a computer network, and it encrypts files and adds a .lockbit extension to them to uh, state their name. The attackers then demand a high ransom in exchange of decryption key. Hospital of Sick Kids in Toronto is one of the Canada's largest patriotic medical center, which whose emergency ward experiences like around 230 patients a day or even more. Its ICU unit, the kids are so young that we are even talking about babies that are hooked up with breathing pipes and machines that are pumping oxygen in their the tiny lungs. This hospital was attacked by ransomware in 2021, which issued a code gray as several internal phone lines and web pages of the hospital went down. The clinical teams ran into delays accessing patients' lab and imaging results. Then it was lucky that urgent care and medical appointments were carried out on time at that time, but the payroll system of the staff was also down for the time being. The attackers were able to infiltrate the hospital's network and encrypt the data. It encrypted the patient's data and other critical files. Also, the several network systems were affected. Significance of this attack, Lockbit had demanded a ransom of $17 million in exchange of decryption key, but in surprising turns of events, Lockbit's partners who were responsible for the attacks were blocked by the ransomware group in November 21. They stated the apology on a dark web forum, stating that the partner had acted on their own and without authorization of the group. And the this incident highlights that the complex and murky world of ransomware attacks, and often why these different groups and actors may collaborate or compete for profit with each other, and the victims like these kids or normal humans may find themselves caught in the middle of this conflicts. So cyber attacks are critical infrastructure in institutions such as hospitals, and power grids are far reaching for national security, public safety, etc. So protection against this critical infrastructure institution from cyber threats is very important to prioritize cyber security. We talk about the solutions for mediating and recovering from this anticipated harms, as emerging trends in cybercrime is rising, like with the ransomware as a service and the increased use of artificial intelligence and machine learning by the cyber criminals. There's a potential risk associated with those trends as well, and they may impact public and private sectors. So to mitigate, we can have solutions such as te- uh, dividing in technical, legal, and social aspects. It can be data backup and recovery, multi-factor authentication, encryption, and anti-malware software comes under the technical solutions which could help organizations to protect their data and systems from cyber attacks and recover quickly in the event of an attack. So, moving to legal solutions, they can implement security standards and regulations, increase penalties for those cyber crimes, and developing international cooperation and information sharing mechanism that can help to detect cyber attacks and hold cyber criminals accountable on their actions. The security standards and regulations can be enforced through audits and inspections. Then training and awareness programs for employees as well as public awareness campaigns could also help. Social solutions such as increased awareness and education of cybersecurity risks, then encouraging responsible online behavior and fostering a culture of security awareness can help to prevent cyber attacks and reduce the harm caused by them. Using strong passwords, avoiding phishing scams, and being cautious when sharing personal information online can help to reduce the cyber attacks. Cybercrime is growing and it's evolving. We know that the threat that poses significant risk to individuals as a whole. So, in order to protect against cyber crimes, we jump to the conclusion here that it is important to remain vigilant and take protective measures to mitigate the risk. Then, mitigating damages caused by this cyber attacks requires a multifaceted approach that involves technical, legal, and social solutions to be used together. Then, coordinating with the organizations that should implement strong security measures, do regular backups, educate your employees, and also take a collaboration with the government and law enforcement in order to mitigate them as early as possible. Then the successful mitigation strategies can come from the organizations that have faced the cyber attacks in past and would include early detection and responses, effective communication and collaboration with law enforcement and cybersecurity experts. So that could help in a major way when we talk to mitigate or take down the cyber attacks and recover from the damages that are caused by them. So, yeah, thank you for your time.